When it comes to dealing with America's allies, the Trump administration has one great fear: paying too much money.
Well, you want us to say maybe you're going to have to pay. Many nations owe vast sums of money from past years, and it is very unfair to the United States.
They're not paying their bills.
Well, there's one war in which the United States has been paying well beyond its fair share. According to the Department of Defense, Saudi airplanes and airplanes from the United Arab Emirates have been refueling themselves at the expense of the American taxpayers. Apparently, it's all due to an accounting error.
U.S. Central Command recently reviewed its records and found errors in accounting, where Department of Defense failed to charge the Saudi-led coalition adequately for fuel and refueling services.
Now, it's quite an expensive mistake. The costs are still being added up, but apparently it's in the millions of dollars.
U.S. aerial refueling assistance was provided to the Saudi-led coalition for more than 3.5 years, activities that likely cost tens of millions of dollars. We must ensure that U.S. taxpayers are fully reimbursed for that support.
The United States uses KC-135 Strato tankers and KC-10 extenders to refuel planes mid-air. A mere hour of work with these aircrafts costs over $10,000. Now, these refuelings were stopped in mid-November, but that was after over 2,000 operations had been carried out in which the United States was helping the Saudis to wage their war against Yemen. And that is not a popular war. 75% of the U.S. public, according to the latest polling, doesn't want the country to be involved. But U.S. government officials seem to think differently.
We do believe that the support for the coalition is necessary. It sends a wrong message if we discontinue our support.
But what the U.S. public wants doesn't seem to be of concern. The United States remains highly involved with the Saudi coalition as it wages its widely condemned war against its neighbor. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.
Well, we spoke to investigative journalist Dave Lindorf, who claims that the Pentagon is wasteful and constantly risking fraud.
The Pentagon's accounting is so crazy and so incompetent and also corrupt that the numbers are actually frequently being just made up. Year after year, the Pentagon has been on the list of high risk of fraud, waste, and abuse. And then here's this huge amount of money being spent on fueling these Saudi jets bombing Yemen, and they aren't even, I mean, it's bad enough that they're doing it, but then they're not charging Saudis, who have endless money, for the U.S. doing all of that air tanker refueling. You know, but it's not necessary spending. So they've been able to keep jacking their budgets through these accounting gimmicks.